everyone, I'm Heather. It is the 14th day, Shorty September, 14th day, 14th book, and today's book is Lanny by Max Porter. This is the round 2 for the nature prompt, cargo shorts. Like, I'm sort of stretching the nature prompt a bit here. I feel like it's just, it's sort of based roughly on sort of a folktale vibe, I think, and it takes place sort of forest, small village vibes, which I feel is kind of to do with nature. Yes, also like adventure vibes, like that. I've had very intense reactions to this book whenever I sort of mention it to someone. I feel like everyone either loves the crap out of it, it was amazing, or just hates it and like DNF'd it because it's awful. And that doesn't really like put me in a good place emotionally for starting this book, but like it really could go either way. Like, what if it's amazing? You know what I mean? So it seems a bit thick, like a sort of thick-ish book, but it is only 214 pages, and also the pages themselves, they're sort of written in a way that doesn't make the most of every page. Do you know what I mean? So I reckon it will actually be a quick read. I do have to go to the office tomorrow, which is gross. I know. I'm gonna hate it, especially because it's not just a normal day at the office, it's like a day with like a really intense long meeting. So I do feel like that's gonna encroach pretty intensely on my reading time. So in response to that, I've chosen a book where I do have the option to get the audiobook if necessary. I believe the audiobook is on Scribd. So if like it's looking like it's come to the end of the day and I have not cracked this book, I'm just gonna audiobook the shit out of it. What do you reckon? Okay, so you know the book I was reading yesterday, the Darkland Tales one? The Darkland Tales one I was reading. It was supposed to be one of 3. So there's Rizzio and Hex, and another one, which is supposed to be called Nothing Left to Fear from Hell by Alan Warner, who also wrote More in Color, which was one of the books for the 90s book club. Bert's sort of like 90s book club. So I'm looking at it now thinking, oh, when does that one come out? I really enjoyed the other one, and I'm looking now and I cannot find it anywhere. It's not on the publisher's website, it's not on his website, it's not anywhere. It's completely disappeared. I swear that I saw it. How else would I have known that Alan Warner was going to do it? Anyway, I really want to read it now, and I'm super annoyed. Okay, so I have dipped into this book a bit, and I've decided that I like it. I like the book, the style of writing. It sort of starts with this spirit, this sort of like forest spirit or like village spirit, called Dead Papa Toothwort, sort of listening to the people in the village and sort of, I don't know, like getting high off people talking like about other people or like having bitter thoughts or something. I don't know, like it's early days, I'm not sure what's going on there yet. But there's Lanny, this kid, and his mother and his father, and also this like old man who like teaches him art. So the book itself and the writing style I'm enjoying. The audiobook, however, I dipped into it just for a second, just sort of see if I'd be able to cope with it tomorrow and see how it is, and maybe it's, you know, nice. It's not nice. The audiobook is awful. It's like really awful sort of music in the background, and like voices, like Dead Papa Toothwort does like a voice like this, like this, and each of the people, like the dad and the mom and the kid, like they all have like their own actors sort of reading, and some of them are not good actors. Like, oh my god, maybe I have to give up the audiobook idea. Like, even if I'm falling behind, I need to just do a different book, or, you know, have this be the first book that takes 2 days. Like, holy shit, not good. Okay, I've woken up to some comments on my video from yesterday. A couple people telling me that the audiobook is really good. So now I'm like, am I just not appreciating it properly? I don't know, maybe it's sort of like a thing where like you might sort of be really into it if it's really dramatic, do you know what I mean? And then like other people maybe not so much. Like maybe it's just not my style. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's not bad so much as, I don't know, just I'm not into it. I
don't know, like I'm gonna have to think of something to do, because this awful meeting is gonna just like take over my life, I think, today, and I'm gonna hate it. And all I'm gonna want to do is just come home and have a chill and listen to an audiobook, and then it's gonna be this one that I don't really like. I might have to like switch books or something, I don't know. I'm in crisis. Guys, I figured out how my thing works. Like, I set it all up with all my stuff, and it's got like my script and my bar box and my Audible and everything, just like as an e-reader, so I can sort of go into it, and it has like my books there. Oh my god, look how it's like the perfect size. Oh my god, I love it so much. Like, I was never really into like e-reader type things before. Like, my parents ages ago tried to buy me a Kindle, and I just couldn't get into it, wasn't into it. But now there's so many like books on Scribd and BarBox and everything. I can't ignore it. Like, there's loads of books on here, and I just like, the reading experience isn't the same, but it's not awful. I don't hate it, and it makes it easier to sort of read, I don't know, while I'm doing other stuff. Say, I don't know, while I'm like cooking and reading, or like eating and reading, or I don't know, but there's like loads of ways that it's easier to sort out. Anyway, I'm entering into this new life of e-readers, and I think I was gonna read, like, my plan for the next book after this one is an actual book, like a physical book. But I think I'm gonna change it up and just like read a random one that I find on Scribd. Like, I think on my list somewhere I have Mouth to Mouth by Anton Wilson. And I think I'm gonna read that one next, just because I want to try it out.
Works away around the box of the man's chest. Good, clean lines, and sure enough, the marks appear are real.
I need to pack my stuff for Spain, and also clean my house for when my in-laws come to look after our dogs. But I don't want to do that stuff, so I'm going to talk to you about Lanny. Basically, this book now, I think I figured out what the dead Baba Toothwort guy is. I think he's like basically like a spirit, right? Like an old spirit, like as old as people in Britain, like the personification of like the oldest British people. And also like the bad shit, so none of the good shit, just like he feeds on like pettiness, you know, and like the sort of the insularness and like exclusivity and sort of petty judgment just of like general communities in Britain, maybe. And then Lanny himself, I think that he like has some sort of like special born relationship with dead Papa Toothwort, as in like he's also a spirit in the same way, just sort of like reincarnated into this kid, you know. And that he's like the good things, or like he's like renewal, you know, so he's like a new chance for communities to redeem themselves, like the good things in people. Do you know what I mean? And like, I'm in a part now where there's like this artist guy, this like crazy artist guy. Lanny's like gone missing, and now they think this like random crazy art guy has like done something to him. And then I really like throughout the book they sort of have these sections where it's just a whole page of things that people are thinking, you know, just awful things. But now, after Lanny has gone missing, some of the things are less awful and sort of better, you know, like people sort of apologizing for sort of thinking Lanny was a bit weird, because he was like, I don't know, yeah, like a bit, like people sort of thought he was weird and, I don't know, like gifted in certain ways, and I don't know, obviously, like if he's some sort of like reincarnated spirit, he's gonna be like a bit weird, am I right? But yeah, so now he's gone missing, and everyone's, like, quite a lot of people are like sorry about it, you know, and send nice messages, but some of them are just really awful about it, like, oh, I knew he was a pedo, that artist, you know, like really awful stuff. So yeah, I think there's like quite a lot of like acceptance theme, you know, throughout it, like belonging and acceptance and community, and sort of like how important it is to sort of be a part of your community, and like how dare you sort of not be part, like not as in sort of a judgment, just sort of like an investigation, you know, and sort of like an exploration of the idea of acceptance. So I'm sort of liking it, actually. It's quite good, and the audiobook has gotten better. Like, yeah, those dead Papa Tooth were like areas, those section parts where he's like, yes, I'm very thirsty, and like the music's going on in the background is stupid, but the rest of it is pretty good. So guess I'll pack now. I guess do a bit of cleaning. Ooh, oh, whoa! Mazers, go in, go in. Ready? Oh, oh. Okay, I have finished it, and I think I'm gonna go with 4 stars. I think I enjoyed it. Like, I feel like loads of people either absolutely love it or absolutely hate it, and I don't feel like that. Like, I thought it was good. I think, like, you know, a low 4 star is good, or a high 3 star is good. I'm gonna go with 4 stars. I really liked the writing style, and I think for me that's really important. So, like, the ending, I'm still digesting. I'm not sure how I feel about the ending. I think I need to think about it a little bit more. I maybe didn't like the ending. I don't know. However, I really liked the characters and like the themes behind it, you know, like what the author's trying to do there. And I do really like this author and his writing. I really liked Grief is a Thing with Feathers that he wrote. Anyway, 4 stars. That one is Dunzo's. Moving on now to the next one on my e-reader. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. I'm gonna go with Mouth to Mouth by Antoine Wilson. You can't really see it very well, but just know that it's fucking awesome, okay? This book is going to be, for the prompts, an unreliable narrator. So I hope he's very unreliable. Right, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, any thoughts at all for me, let me know. There's loads of comments for today that I haven't gotten to yet because I had a stupid meeting. If this goes up and goes live and you see it before I've gotten to the comments, please just know I'm working through that. That's a situation I am managing with time. But I love it, and I definitely want the comments to come in. And I'm just working through them as I can. Okay, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I shall see you tomorrow.